Good morning, everyone. In Unit 11 Robotics, uh, you are going to read the text below to gain the general knowledge about robots. Actually, it's the introductions of the lesson. So let's go together and we will walk through the text together. Robots are increasingly found in the workplace, the home, outer space, and even battlefield. They are no longer seen as a replacement for human worker. They are still used for routine tasks, but they can now perform tasks impossible for humans. Some of the robots in Switch On provide good examples of the components of a varieties of robots and their capability. Let me try to explain you a little bit. As robots are increasingly in the world today, so it can be used in everywhere, like workplace, home, or outer space, or even in the battlefield. But battlefield, the place where they are going to fight each other at the field. So in the future, we hope that they are going to have the robot for fighting. They will not use the people in fighting as a real human being in the future, but they will use robot. So that's what the perspective for the future, that they are going to use robot to fight against human. Maybe one country try to fight with other country by using robot, hopefully, and they are no longer seen as replacement for human worker. Actually, we have been seen robots used to replace the labor work of people, but hopefully in the future robot will be advanced. So, and they are still used for routine tasks, but they can now perform tasks impossible for human. For sure that robot will be used for our routine tasks, something like cleaning the floor or guard the house. This is our routine task for the robot, but maybe the engineer or developer try to create something which is very impossible by robot to perform, very impossible in the future. So for example, like the battlefield in the future. So that's what we never thought of it, but the scientists will promote it. So some of robots in the Switch On provide good examples of the components of varieties of robots, and in their capability, the components of variety mean plenty, a lot of. So that's a lot of robot in their capability. It means robot has many function, many kinds of job which robot will be able to perform. So let's move to the next page. The snake arm robot is used for assembly. Assembly, try to collect, to bring it all together, and inspection task. Inspect, try to look into something closely. You can see the word inspection, car inspection. There is what we call car inspection before the car is allowing to be used in public. We need to take it to the inspection unit. What car inspection unit, what we call in Khmer okay, and then can penetrate, difficult to reach place. Penetrate, difficult to find something which is difficult to reach the place. So this is what the snake arm robot. It can be programmed to perform those tasks without continuing human guidance. So when the robot are programmed, when we set up the program into the robot, so the human doesn't need to watch over or to keep guidance it's all the time. So it will function, or it will perform based on the program which was having set it. So this is what's the robot future. So Asimo is a humanoid robot which is capable of intelligent behavior. It can recognize objects and gesture, calculate distances and directions of the movements of the several subjects. Asimo has advanced engineering and control system to allow it to work naturally and translate visual information into action. So this is another techniques for Japanese people try to innovate the Asimo robot. So this is some of the characteristic, like this robot can recognize object, can recognize gesture, or can calculate the distances and the directions of movement of several subjects. So it's more advanced, and Asimo has advanced engineering and controlling system. The word has advanced it means something is much better, something is very very good. If you think advanced, it means you are not just try to solve the problem right now, but you try to think something in the future that you are going to face. So that's called advanced. So it means much better of understanding of something, or the base of something. So allow it to work naturally and translate visual information into action. So translate visual information, something that the robot capture, something that the robot see. It's a visual, it's a picture, it's a movement of, or the directions of the people or whatever, and it translates into action. So when they see this visual information, the robot will translate it into the action. So the must navigate over complex terrains, thinking several steps ahead. It has to be able to work independently from ground control, because communication delays and interruption in the space are unavoidable. The word unavoidable, it is a suffix and prefix together, because you used to hear the word avoid, so and then avoid to be avoidable, and if you want to use the opposite word, the opposite meanings of it, so you use a prefix un, so unavoidable. So okay, let's move to the robotic mower. May look simple, but it has a guidance system that keeps it within the lawn and makes sure it cuts perfectly straight lines. Engineers working on the design robots must have advanced knowledge of mechanical, electrical, or electronic engineering. They must understand how computer can be used to control movements using electric motor, pneumatics, and the hydraulic. All robots have sensory system which replicates some of or all of the human senses, such as sight, smell, and touch. They have to act autonomously or feed back the signal to the robot remote human controller. Bomb and mine disposal are dangerous jobs that require expertise and involve considerable risk to anyone involved. The solution is to send the machinery. Combat 3 is an example of robot specifically designed for a single task. There are many robotics competitions that challenge entrants to advise a robot to overcome a variety of problems. Some of these are purely for entertainment, such as Robot World that was shown on the television. Others have more serious scientific or educational sites, such as one run by Dean Kamen, the inventors of Segway, the innovative two-wheeled self-balancing human transporter. The other, like the robot car race, will generate research with an immediate commercial use.